Hello and welcome to COP 1000 Principles of Programming. This is an introductory video. Whether you're taking this course online or summer term or in the classroom, spring or fall, you can use this information. I'll show you what's slightly different. All right, so let's start with Canvas and what we have in Canvas. The first thing we have is our Home tab over here to the left. And this is what you'll get with your Home tab. This is a pacing guide that kind of shows you week by week what section or what chapter will be on and what assignments are available. Right? So if you notice in this one for the summer term, we did week 1, 5/18/2025 to 5/24, introduction and setup. And here's the link to get to the MindTap. We'll go back to that. Week 2, chapter 1. And here's the slides for chapter 1. And week 3, if you notice week 3, we have a discussion added. So basically the discussion is if you fall behind pace, the time and date is on the discussion, that if you're not on pace and you're behind, you need to write in the discussion your plan. Well, it'll give you instructions, basically your plan on catching up. And that's after week 3 on. And if you do not do that and I don't hear from you, and then I'll put you in inactive and you will be dropped from the course. So if you don't check your email and if you don't do the discussions, if you fall behind, you will be dropped and you'll have to request to get re-added again. All right, so make sure you don't go ghost or anything like that. So if you have an issue with this falling behind or whatever, just email me or let me know on Teams. So basically this is it for the Home tab. For the announcements, if you click that, this is where you would go if there's any announcements, anything new to add or checking up on you or giving information, it would go here. Cengage tab I didn't use. Let's go down to modules. Modules is also a pacing guide for you to go through. It's a little more neater, it seems, than the home button. And it has the slides. If you notice, for instance, week 4, we have 2 chapters, chapter 3 and chapter 4. So both slides are there and the discussion is there in case you're behind. And so on. All right. So next, your discussions. If you want to get to the discussions this way, you can. And they're out of order. That's probably the worst way to do it. So I would suggest use the modules or the Home tab. All right. Now, if you want to get to the syllabus, actually, let's go down in order to Files. So if you click on the Files link, you'll see that these are the slides from chapters 1 through 12 on top, and at the bottom is a copy of the syllabus. So if you want to download the syllabus or if you want to look at it from this view, just click there, and we'll go over the syllabus right now. All right, so here's the syllabus, the course information and the location. Here, of course, this course is online. If you're in Cocoa or Titusville, it'll tell you what campus, building number, and room number, and of course the times of class. So make sure you pay attention to that. And then there's some general information about the course description, credits, prerequisites, and then here you have textbook information, which is the MindTap 2.0 and Microsoft Teams. That's what's needed. And that's the link to this video. It's going to be changed here. I think this is the old one, but I'm going to replace that. All right, and then you can read this general information, but I'm going to go straight to the important parts. So here we go. You have your withdrawal. June 16th is the deadline. If you're still here in the class and you don't do anything, you'll get an F instead of a W, chance to make up their work. All right, so now on down to, I believe this is page 4. This is your grades. This is what was required for grades. It's on the 600-point scale, so you have a possible total of 600 points. And you see what makes it A, B, C, D, or F. All right. And then here in bold, no extensions will be accepted. All assignments, projects, quizzes, and exams are due by Wednesday, in this case for the summer term, August 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So remember, no extensions will be accepted. Now, one thing too, if you're doing the fall or spring, it'll be that last Wednesday of the term at either 5:30 or 6 p.m. Make sure you understand that. I'll be reminding you that throughout the term, whether email announcements and whatnot. Especially if you're behind, you get emails from me. You can ignore them and then act like you don't know. But I'll be gone. The reason why I make that solid deadline and don't take exceptions, because I usually take vacations between a term or take a break or whatever. So I'll be out as soon as I handle those grades. I'm out. Here, the next group breaks down the grades and the points what they're worth. Your quizzes is 40%, which is 240 points. Projects 40%, 240 points. That's the programming projects, of course. And then your final exam is 120 points. So all that adds up to 600. So if you don't want to take the final exam, 600 minus 120, and you get everything else done, you can get a 480. You can get a B without taking the final exam if you completed everything else and got a perfect score. For whatever reason you would want to do that. All right, next on page 5, this is the pacing guide again. Yours might be different if you're taking it in the fall or the spring. This is for the summer. And one good thing about this course, I do unlock everything from day one of the course. So if you want to work ahead, even if you want to finish early, you can. But if you work from behind and run out of time, that's on your mismanagement. I won't work late for you. So make sure you know, once again, there's no extensions. If you, I recommend working ahead in case you do get sick, or there's a hurricane, or there's any other emergencies. It'll be less impacting for you. If something happens that is terribly bad, we'll all adjust. But normal operations. So now the final is going to be available from 8/1 to 8/7 for the summer term, and usually for our online students, it'll be available. That final week, most of that final week, it'll be posted and you'll be reminded. But if you finished up early, maybe, it doesn't matter if you finish real early and you want to take the final early and you've got all everything done, I'll unlock your final for you early. So if you can finish the class up, you'll be able to do that. All right. So just remember how to get to the syllabus from Canvas, the Files tab, or the Syllabus tab to get you there as well. All right. So the last thing we want to go over, actually, got to go back to the Canvas because I got to show you. So as I mentioned before, if you want to get to the syllabus here, you can click that and you'll get this version of the syllabus. It's the same thing, just copy it and paste it on this tab. All right, and other than that, that's all you need to worry about for that. So let's go back up to the modules page. And let's access our MindTap. Our Cengage MindTap, this link right here, the very first one that has your course name. Click on that and it'll give you another link. This here it says load course name and principles of programming and whatnot. Click that and this will take you to your MindTap. All of your 600 possible points are in the MindTap. So if you don't register, if you don't have access to MindTap, it means you can't get any points for your grade, so you'll get 0. All right. So first line, you got your course orientation. If you don't know what to do, you can go read that. It's got good information in it. But on the chapter 1, so if you click this arrow, it'll go down. You have 4 tabs on all 12 chapters. First one is Learn It. The second one is Code It. The third one is Study It. And the fourth one is Apply It. It's the same for all 12 chapters. So if you go to Learn It, this is where you're going to find your reading material for that chapter. And you notice there's nothing graded there. That's where you find the reading, so you know what to do. You're coded. You'll see these orange dots. That means everything with an orange dot is graded. And then fall over to the far right, you'll see how many points it's worth. So these are worth 3 points each, and they are graded, like I said. And that's for every chapter coded. And then Study It. You got flashcards, PowerPoints, and whatnot, slides, other things like that. But it's not graded. It's for you to practice to be ready for the quiz. And then Apply It, you have your quiz. All right, and then that, of course, is worth 20 points. And that's 12 chapters times 20. That's where the 240 points for quizzes come in. All right, and as you go down, same thing like it's mentioned before. If we just jump to chapter 10, Learn It, Code It, Study It, Apply It. Code It is your grades. A little more as you go down, a little more assignments as you go. Apply It is your quiz. And remember, Learn It is your reading, and Study It is flashcards and slides. Now, when you get to 11 and 12, there's no more programming assignments. So Code It would just be practice. There's no orange dots, but you will have your quiz. for 11 and 12. All right. And then your total points is what's going to count as your grade. If you do one assignment that's worth 3 points and get it correct, you'll have 100%. Doesn't mean you have an A, because you need 600 or 540 points for an A. So don't be looking at the percentage and say, hey, why did I get an F and I got 100%? Because you didn't do all the work. All right, so here, your post-course assessment. This is going to be your final, and it's going to be open. Like I said, it's going to be due 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 6th. I'll remind you of that so you can get that done. And it's here it says it's unlocked July 18th at 6 a.m. So you have all that time to do that from July 18th to August 6th. So if you're behind, you'll be working hard to catch up. So don't do that. Try to get ahead and stay ahead. And if you have any issues, just let me know and I'll show you how to do that next. So next, let's go to our Microsoft Teams. And here's our team channel, 2025-20 COP 1000 020, and the course number. All right, so there's only two areas you need to worry about. The first one you're going to open up is it's either going to be on home page. If you go to General, so that's what we're on now, General. This is our course chat page. We can have an open chat. And I'd rather you put information here like as Emma did. She had an issue with one of her labs, and she screenshotted it. And by the time I got a chance to look at it, she had already figured it out. So if you have an issue or if you have the same issue, read here first before you ask a question. And if you have a question about it, post it here, because another classmate can see it or someone else can help you, especially if it's technical. If I'm at work or doing something else, I can't get to it right away. Sometimes I'm live on Teams, so I can answer it right away. So please put it here because this is the first place I'm going to look. All right. So this is the Generals tab, and let's say you want to, how you do that, you just hit reply here, and then type in what you got to put in. If you want to tag somebody specifically, talk to a student specifically, you would do. Click reply, and then @ and then type that person's name, and then type, because it'll highlight their name so they'll know that someone said something to them in Teams. All right, you don't have to highlight my name because anytime someone types here, I'll get alerted. All right, but you don't have to tag me in it because I'll get alerted every time something's here. All right, the second place that we're going to use is our classwork, and this is probably the most important tab. Easy to follow. And the classwork, first thing you're going to see is another pacing guide. Week 1 introduction setup. And if you click the down arrow, it'll open this up for you. And here's some videos for you. Check out, along with the syllabus here as well. If you go to week 2, and every week, you'll see for every program and assignment, here's the solution for you. It's a video. So you can either subscribe to the channel and do it that way and go straight to the video, or you can click these links here on Teams as you go along. And every solution is on there. And then when you get to the quizzes, you'll see more. Let's see, there's a quiz for chapter 1. So for chapter 2, which is in week 3. Oh, the quiz is up top, sorry. Chapter 2 quiz, study guide. There's a quick study guide, basically goes over the quiz before you start. If you watch that before you start, you won't have any problem for the quiz, and I think those videos are pretty short. They're less than 10 minutes. The labs are a little longer, depends on how long the labs are, because we have to type the code. All right. So just remember, as much code as you type, the practice that you'll get, the more code that you'll see, the better programming, the better you'll learn to program. You're not going to master all 3 languages in 12 weeks. You're going to be familiar with them. So if you do have another programming class, whether it is C++, C#, Java, or Python, your first 2 weeks are going to be just the same as this class. So you'll be familiar, and you'll be able to learn a language from there. All right. So that is basically all I want to cover with you in this video. Remember, if you have any questions, go to your Teams, go to your General tab down here under Main Channels, click the reply, and type your question in. All right. And if I email you or reach out to you, make sure you're checking your email. Even though you're taking online, doesn't mean that you don't have to contact your instructor, because you do. If I don't see you doing your work and I don't hear from you in a couple of weeks, I'm going to mark you inactive, and they'll drop you for a role. So if you have to go out of town or do something offline for more than a week, just let me know. You can email me the personal information, personal stuff, but as far as the course stuff, if you're raising your hand in the classroom and ask it, put it here in Teams, If it's something that you need to see me after class, then you can email it to me. All right. So you can have your privacy, but also we want to have the classroom environment so uh, everyone can hear your question before they ask the same one. So what I will do in a couple of weeks, I'll do a couple of live options for you. I'll be on Teams. It's not mandatory, but I'll be available for you. If someone has, there's enough questions out there where I need to do it sooner, I will. And based on how the class is going, I'll do several of those throughout the term, so that I don't want you to get stuck and not know where to go. I'm here for you. Make sure you use your resources. All right. So that's all for this video. Take care. Good luck, everyone. And if you want to, go ahead and subscribe to the video, and you can leave a comment or however you want to do it, communicate on there. And make sure you read the comments if there's some come on. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.